Today in our whiteboard leadership, we're going to talk about the different levels of leadership. Now, I learned these from a guy named John Maxwell, who's pretty much a leadership guru, and I've been trying to figure out how to implement this in my ministry, and so I hope this is helpful to you. So what I'll do is I'll talk about the 5 different levels and how to move from level to level to level. Let's begin at the bottom. When you start out as a leader, pretty much you are what we call a positional leader. The reason that people follow you is you have the title, you have the name, you're the pastor, you're the director, you're the vice president, but people follow you because of the title that you have. Now, you know, in church ministry, this positional leadership really doesn't work very long. There's too many great churches around, there's too many great opportunities around, and they won't just be there because you have a title. They want to make sure that something more is happening than just following someone with a name. And the second level of leadership is this leadership level called permission. With permission, what you've done is you've given them permission to lead you. And the difference between position and permission typically is this thing called relationship. Relationship. In other words, the leader has taken time not just to tell everyone what his or her opinions are, but to listen to them, to learn about them, to hear their story, and to share their own story. And there's this connection that happens. And as a result, they say, listen, you sound like a nice person. It sounds like you have a good vision. It sounds like you understand my life and my situation. And so because you can relate to me and because I can relate to you, I give you permission to lead me. And they jump into permission level leadership. The third level after permission is what we call production. Production level leadership. You've been given permission to actually lead the person, and now it's all about your performance. It's all about, okay, where are we headed? What are we going to do? And how will we work as a team? Production is about how we as an organization can make a difference. Production conversations are things like we want to see people come to Christ, or we want to see the attendance grow, or we want to see this many people baptized, or perhaps discipled, or trained in theology. But we're producing something as a group. It's a group activity, and a lot of churches, if it's in the fall, it'll be the start of school, or perhaps Christmas or Easter, where people are coming together to make those first weeks of school at church high-level attendance, or at Easter high-level attendance, or Christmas high-level attendance. And sometimes it's other things, involvement in small groups and things like that. But they're wanting to make the production of the church, the making of disciples, much stronger. And so production is a really important level. Now, what this is all about is really taking those individuals who've given you permission, and now you organize them. You organize them to make a difference, to make something happen. A lot of pastors are really good at relationship, but they're not really good at organization. And you probably need others around you, if you're not, and to help you to do that. The fourth level is one of my favorites. It's the personal development level. Personal development. See, here on this level, on production level, it's really about the team. It's really about how the team comes together, the synergy of the team to cause action to happen and to make life change happen in the life of the church, or growth, or whatever. But personal development's not about the team, it's about the individual. At this level of leadership, not only are you leading the vision, but you're leading the individuals on the team. And the question they're asking at this level is, what has he or she done in my life as leader? How am I different as a father, as a mother, as a disciple, as a leader, as a speaker, as someone who studies God's Word? What development have I personally experienced? When you get to the level of personal development, you're not only changing crowds, you're changing the core, you're changing the individuals. And there's a huge allegiance that comes when they develop personally through your ministry. And in this area, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to train. The idea is individual training, that I'm a better follower of Christ, I'm a better mother or father, I'm a better disciple, I'm a better small group leader, I'm a better Sunday school teacher, I'm a better musician, whatever it is, you're training me, you're making me better in what I do, in the vision that God has for my life, and not just for the church. And then the final level is what I call the personhood level. Personhood level is a very hard level to get to. People follow personhood because of who they are. Let me give you an example of that. Some of you probably never ever met Billy Graham, but you have great respect for Billy Graham, right? And the reason is because of his track record over a long period of time. The reason you would follow Billy Graham is because he's Billy Graham. Others of you may say that about Mother Teresa, or perhaps Andy Stanley, or Rick Warren, or Bill Hybels, or Louis Giglio, or you may have many others, but you follow them because of their track record, because of the consistency, because of who they are over time. The key to personhood is this idea of being a model. It's the idea of integrity. Now, they do all these other things. They connect in a relationship. They organize the team. They invest in individual people. But now they model it over a long, long period of time. When a person gets to personhood in their leadership, people don't really question you very much because you've been so consistent over such a long period of time. Now, here's the thing about this. In your church, in your organization, there are different people at different levels with you all the time. For example, a new person in your church probably just sees you at positional level. You're just the pastor, and so you have to figure out how to prove to them that you really care about them, that you understand them. And the larger the church, the more challenging this becomes. But you have to relate in such a way that they think, I think this person understands me, and I'm going to give them permission to lead me. Some of you have been moving from ministry to ministry. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of times when leaders change ministries, the entire leadership team will very often change. And that's because they want you to prove yourself all over again in the production area. In personal development, a lot of us are so involved with the crowd that we've forgotten about the core. I know a whole lot of pastors that speak on a Sunday morning, but they never really develop their staff during the week or their volunteer leaders during that month. And it's a huge mistake, because if all you're at is production level, when the production goes down, the trust will go down and everything else will go down. And really, if you stay at this level, you'll never raise up the leaders that we need to fill the harvest field. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few, and so we have to train people. We have to pray for the Lord to harvest, to raise up workers, but we have to train those workers to go out into the harvest field. And so whatever level you're on, here's what I'd challenge you to do. I'd challenge you to ask, well, which one of the people in my congregation are at what level? I mean, hopefully you have some people in your congregation that are at permission level because you've done such a good job on Sunday morning talking to them, or you've connected with them during the week. Others, hopefully you have a lot of people who are serving in the ministry, they're on production level, and they're acting like a team. I would certainly hope you have at least a few people that are at personal development level. Because of your presence, they're different, and they're better leaders, they're better followers, they're better husbands, they're better wives. And certainly there's some people who just love you because you're you. They believe in your vision, they believe in the mission that you have, they've seen your integrity over a long period of time, and they simply trust you. This has been a Converge Whiteboard Leadership Moment. To learn more about Converge or to join us, check out converge.org.